in a small town village in the middle of South Africa. I was very fortunate as a child to have parents who really encouraged us about education and the importance of education. And even in a small town like that, I had access to a library. So I was able to find out then already what is the importance of having to live, grow up with books, and to be able to learn about other people and things that we're basically doing. But unfortunately, even today, many people in South Africa and many other parts of the world still do not have access to information, access to libraries, access to books, especially at a time when it is so important to have access. And with the advancement with information technology, I really think, we actually have a much more important role today to make sure that we provide access to information. With the end of apartheid in sight, I was a young librarian at a university, and I became involved in the broader professional fields. That means I was able to connect and became involved, for example, in the broader library community profession in South Africa, also internationally, also in OCLC. And it was through that I actually realized that libraries can really strengthen each other and support each other if they work together.
The vision of the University of KwaZulu-Natal is to be the premier University of African scholarship. And that vision carries with it an enormous responsibility, not only for the institution, but for all the other sections and departments that make up the institution. The library, for example, the library's vision is to be a leading library of African scholarship and to be a strategic partner with UKZN in their mission to be a premier University of African scholarship. And as part of the fulfillment of that vision, the library has chosen a new library system, which is called WMS. We've chosen that system mainly because of two reasons. One, because we want to satisfy the needs of our very techno-savvy users that the libraries are serving currently, and also because it was found to be very economically viable for the institution. WMS is a one-stop shop which our users can go to find a wide variety of resources, not only books, they can find journals, especially peer-reviewed journals, a fact that has been uploaded by our lecturers. UKZN Library is very proud to be the first institution, not only in South Africa, but also in the African continent to adopt WMS as our library system. And because we're the first ones, that created a little bit of uneasiness among our staff, especially staff who have been using the old system for quite a while, because they found it a little bit of a challenge to move to the new system. But I'm happy to report that even the staff who were very much uncomfortable with the new system, now that they've been given time to get used to the new system, they've been trained on the different modules of the system, they are now using the system very well, and they have become champions of the system because they have to teach students how to use the new system.
I am from West Africa, Nigeria, and I have had quite a struggle when it comes to education. For me, getting an education was quite a struggle because I had to wait 5 to 6 years before getting into university. In most part of Africa, it's a huge challenge for people to get education. Not because they are not smart, not because they don't know what they're doing. Mostly it's because they probably don't know the right, or they don't have the right connection, and they do not have, they haven't greased the right palms to get into the university and all of that. I understand, what the situation of education is in other parts of the world. It is a given right. But in West Africa, Nigeria, the situation hasn't changed much from what my story has been. I cannot overemphasize the importance of the library in my struggle for a better education. The library was the passport I used, to get by, during my, times of studying. Even those outdated books and first editions that we had stock in the libraries in Nigeria, as old as those books were, they helped me to get ahead. I was able to get some information. If I see that as a struggle, even after stepping out at this moment, I can imagine how hard it is for those who are still back there trying to get an information and trying to get access to better library facilities. With my current studies as a postgraduate research student at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, our access to information is even much better than what we had last year. What we see now is huge access to science information database as RSC, there's ACS, there is Google Scholar and Science Direct. This has given us a chance to have access to richer, well-defined and resourceful information base for science. I'm of the opinion that the library shouldn't just be four walls stocked with books. The library should also be virtual as well. The world is evolving. I don't spend so much time in the libraries right now. I spend time on the internet, on my desk, in my room. The library could be anywhere, and that is why I cannot quantify enough how important it is to have access to repositories of quality information.
When OCLC implemented WorldShare, we at SABINet invested a lot of time and energy in getting ourselves skilled up in WorldShare and what it could offer our libraries. We had numerous presentations at regional meetings over a number of years, and after one regional meeting, the University of KwaZulu-Natal came to us and said that they believed that WorldShare would offer them a solution which would be cost effective for them, that would streamline their workflows and would make the best use of their staff resources, because they were suffering from cost constraints as well as limited staff resources. So we were very excited when, after all these presentations and demonstrations, that the first university library, the University of KwaZulu-Natal, came to us and said, based on what they've seen in these presentations, that they believed that WorldShare Management Services would be able to offer them a lot of benefit in terms of cost, in terms of staff resources, as well as streamlining workflows and also being able to provide better services to their end users. So we were so excited, but then reality struck, because the University of KwaZulu-Natal then told us we have 4 months to implement. Now this was a huge thing for us because it was our first implementation. We actually didn't really know even what we were going to get into. There was data conversion that needed to happen, well, data extraction, then data conversion, data loading, we needed to do training, we needed to do configuration. So all of these took place in a combination between OCLC and SABINet and UKZN, University of KwaZulu-Natal. We worked very, very well as a team, but it was only really when we got towards the end of November, December, when we went through the checklist of everything that needed to happen, and we could actually say this is going to take place. The University of KwaZulu-Natal is going to go live on the 6th of January, and this was so fantastic for us, a complete breakthrough.
These breakthrough stories confirm my own story and my firm belief. It is our common goal to share human knowledge and to unlock the knowledge available in libraries.